Everybody, pumped to tell you about how I fit into God's story and how God's grace really just came flooding into my life so recently. So here we go. I'm going to talk about before I found Christ and then after. I grew up in a Christian home, went to church all my life, went through the motions, and honestly, I pretty much just thought about what was for lunch after service. I believe there was a God, but didn't truly understand what any of the gospel meant for me individually. And let's fast forward to high school, and I had a small faith, and I walked into high school not knowing what was going to go on or who I was going to be. So right away I fled from what weak faith I had and pursued popularity and acceptance. I took pride in being known around the school and having a lot of friends. I made it look like I had it together. I wanted to be that kid who, most likely to be president. I strived to be the coolest kid. I wanted everyone not only to know me, but to like me too. And on the outside, I was a good student and wanted all the teachers to know me by my character. And my involvement in just about everything I had time for kind of just fed into that ego that I was trying to build up. Behind the scenes, I strived to be the life of the party with my friends. I noticed that oftentimes I would compromise the integrity that I thought I had just to be accepted more or liked more. I was living a lie, and I had honestly didn't really have a reason not to be. So if we fast forward to college now, continue with the same things all freshman year, just trying to make friends and be liked. Finally, sophomore year, last semester, I found Cru. It's a Christian campus ministry, and I really learned, what it meant to be a follower of Jesus and what that looked like for me. And I learned about grace and how I'm forgiven no matter how many times I've messed up. And after these things slowly struck me as reality, I began to really notice the emptiness in everything that I thought brought me true happiness and satisfaction. So that's my first word, empty. Soon enough, I was on my knees, humbled by a God who actually endlessly loves me for who I am. I could not ignore this grace anymore. This forgiveness pretty much brought me to my knees in humble surrender. I laid my life down for His glory. And it's been about 4 months now, but I found everything I longed for and way more in Christ. So appropriately, my afterword is overflowing. I looked like I had it all together before and came out empty-handed, over and over and over. After growing with Christ, I've been overwhelmed with hope in His promises, joy in His grace, and peace in His acceptance. I no longer rely on the things of this world to fill my life. I can now walk the campus with a purpose, but it's not my own. Jesus fills the hole in my life that I couldn't satisfy. Now, instead of living for love and acceptance of others, I live accepted and loved by such an awesome God. That leaves me with one burning passion: to know this God more deeply every day and to glorify Him in everything I do. Thanks, guys.